अरे वैभव, क्या बात है? कोई उलझन में हो क्या? क्या बताऊं रवि, सही समय पे जानकारी ना मिल पाने की वजह से इस बार भी मुझसे हमारी इंडस्ट्री का बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट एग्जीबिशन अटेंड करना मिस हो गया, जिसका सीधा असर हमारे बिजनेस पे पड़ता है। भाई डोंट वरी, क्योंकि अब आ गया है myexi.com, जिसमें रजिस्ट्रेशन कर आप अपनी कैटेगरी के देश भर में होने वाले एग्जीबिशन की जानकारी एडवांस में पा सकते हैं, वो भी सीधा एसएमएस और ईमेल से। हाँ वैभव, माई एग्जी अपने बिजनेस और करियर को ग्रो करने का एक बेहतरीन प्लेटफॉर्म है। पर क्या मैं रजिस्ट्रेशन फीस अफोर्ड कर पाऊंगा? मुझे तुम्हें बताते हुए बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि फिलहाल माई एग्जी में रजिस्ट्रेशन बिल्कुल फ्री है। आज ही रजिस्ट्रेशन कर लो ताकि कोई इम्पोर्टेंट एग्जीबिशन आगे से मिस ना हो। आप भी रजिस्टर कीजिए www.myexi.com।
My name is Mihir Sandeshara. I am the founder and CEO of Padmam Solutions. I can carry on the conversation in English, Hindi or Gujarati. I will try to speak in multiple languages, and I will like to make this presentation interactive as much as possible. I thank you every one of you for sparing 1 hour of your important time and listening to my presentation today. My focus of presentation is about investments. आप लोग सबको पता है मार्केट में करेक्शन बहुत बड़ा आया है, तो इसीलिए आपको जानना जरूरी है कि फ्यूचर में इन्वेस्टमेंट कैसे करें. When I make this session interactive, I will open up the session for questions in between and definitely also at the end of the session for 15 minutes. As you know, for last 4 months, we are already experiencing the corona effect and we are under the lockdown since March 25th. Let me remind you of an event about 100 years ago in 1919 in US. There was a Spanish flu which actually affected 50 million people, the deaths, and more affected people were about 500 million as an estimate. What people say, there was a high level of death rate up to 20% during Spanish flu in US. After 100 years, we are seeing corona, but there are a lot of other pandemics also came in between, like bird flu, HIV, bubonic, polio, smallpox, typhoid, cholera, and Ebola. The point is, there are two things experts look at: how contagious it is and how deadly it is. People say that corona is less deadly than Ebola, but deadlier than measles. So this is what this chart actually shows. More importantly, there are more than 150 countries which were affected because of this particular pandemic. I have a screen share of last 120 years of US S&P 500. Thanks to Goldman Sachs for this report. You will see in last 120 years, there were at least 6 long-term bull markets. But most importantly, there were 2 big-time recessions or a depression of 1930, which lasted for 33 months. And the longest duration of recession actually lasted for about 5.1 years. Unfortunately, the longest bull market actually stopped on 19th of February 2020, which just missed the 11 years timeline by 11 days. Moving forward, I will try to highlight, because of lot of movement in the market, what it can do as far as the drop in global markets. S&P 500 in one day in 2020 actually dropped by 7.6%. However, it is nothing compared to what happened in 1987. About 20.5% it went down by. Let's look at what happened with Dow Jones. There are at least 5 notable depressions or corrections we have seen. In 1929, Dow fell by 12.8%, and the reason for failure was massive bank failures, and there were high interest rate and high inflation. 1987 was the nearest in memory and it was one of the highest fall in Dow Jones ever in last 110 years, 22.6%. And there were again massive failures of savings and loan and credit unions in the United States, where American Congress had to bail out US economy by spending $10.8 billion. In 2001, I call a man-made crisis when computers wanted to switch to new millennium of 2000. There was a Y2K scare, then followed by the dot-com bubble, and again the terrorist attack of 9/11 in September. 2008, when world's largest investment bank collapsed, Lehman Brothers. Again, this was a crisis of trust, when a lot of financial companies sold very toxic assets to a lot of people across the globe and created subprime crisis with high consumer debt, and housing market crashed in United States, which America had to actually survive by a lot of quantitative easing and printing US dollars. Last but not least, what we are experiencing 2020, where Dow Jones has already fallen by 13%. And I call it one of the largest crises of humankind we have seen, and one of the fastest affecting to all humankind as well, because the warfare started with biological warfare and oil market crash. So let's look at the current market crash very closely. And for that, you need a 2020 vision, rightfully so in the year 2020. If you go to an optometrist, वो आपको कुछ बताएगा कि सर ये रीड करो, चश्मा पहनो. So from 20 feet, you should be able to read clearly. That is called normal vision. जो फाइटर पायलट्स होते हैं उन लोग के लिए 2020 विजन होना जरूरी है, और स्टॉक मार्केट के कोट्स पढ़ने के लिए न्यूज़पेपर में भी चश्मा की जरूरत नहीं होनी चाहिए. So again, if you watch something that somebody with normal vision can watch at 30 feet, your vision is called 2030. So let's move on. Why 1990 is an important number for us? If you put month of December between two 19s, was the date last year, our product, mysmartstocks.com, actually predicted the market corrections. We did not know this was the reason of Corona, but all our clients knew about market correction 3 months before time. I was inspired to write an article also. You can check on LinkedIn. And this is the exact screenshot that I have shared with you, that you should exit from the market and try to protect already grown assets. Why we are so confident? Because last time when 2008 crash occurred, we started building this product. And one of the reasons was whether we are able to predict it accurately or not. And what I am sharing is the exact history of all the predictions we have so far made. And I wanted to share the last one, which we predicted will occur in 48 days. In actually 88 days, Sensex actually lost 38%, right from 42,000 down to 26,000. Little bit background. I have studied in United States with my master's in computer science and also did my executive MBA. And I'm also an investor in Wall Street since 1995. And our promoters have combined experience of 75 years in Indian market as well as 25 years in US market. And touch wood, we have been able to sell our fintech product to institutions as well as investors till year 2023. And collectively, they are able to manage their own funds up to 1,000 CR. Now let's look at the global investments. I think a lot of things surrounding us is going to change. So we have to determine whether it's an opportunity or a threat to us. There will be higher unemployment. US is already reporting 14.7% of unemployment. So if you are working, I think you have to keep your job safe. There was an estimate by one of the speakers I saw last week. All the contractors from government jobs can be fired because there is no leeway. Government can definitely work with their own payroll people. People will try to move from urban to villages. Reason being, the attractiveness of their income from village will be far better than what they earn in urban income, because they will always have a revised income now. definitely this will put a pressure on your lifestyle. We also feel there will be social unrest. I think there is a address by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, 8 o'clock, and I think lockdown is going to be gradually released. However, because of movement of people and affecting our lifestyle, there will be social unrest and disparity of income. And it will definitely affect for coming years, whether wherever you are living. Definitely, if somebody asks you, आप मूवी थिएटर में मूवी देखने जाएंगे, रेस्टोरेंट में खाना खाने जाएंगे, answer would be probably no for next 6 months. So you will avoid the crowded space. A lot of IT companies have decided to deploy work from home in a larger scale, which includes some of India's top-notch IT companies. You will prefer to buy online. You will also ask your kids to go for online education rather than moving them to places where a lot of crowded people are there. And definitely for health advice, you will also like to call your doctor rather than sitting next to somebody who's already infected. So how does it affect your investment habits? A lot of people have become very cautious in last 3 months as we speak to our clients. You will look for return of your capital rather than return on investment. There is a big difference. Whether you want to lose money or whether you want to at least have your capital back home. If you are running your own business, I think you are supposed to insulate your business from all further lockdown and make sure that in further lockdowns you definitely survive. And you will also be risk leveraging in all your investment decisions from now onwards. So you will look for protecting or will be happy with the lower returns rather than losing it altogether. I will cover in larger scope during my presentation in next few minutes. And you will also stop using margin money because there is no quick way of making money. So what's in it for me? Radio station. What should investors do? Remember, in lockdown, there are only 3 colors we remember: red, orange, and green. People in red color, they are definitely under the hot spot and they are severely affected. This type of investors have actually all their investment already made in the capital market. People with orange, they still have some savings left aside, not invested. But people in green zone mostly have cash on hand or very little invested in market. And I think these are the people who are going to rejoice this particular crash in a best way. So how does it affect? Because see, as an investor, you can invest in various assets, be it bonds, be it equity, be it mutual funds, be it government securities, or even pension products and so on. So if all your money is invested, I think the simple advice is you have to stay invested. You can probably do nothing about it. Worst case scenario, you can start releasing and very selectively start exiting from all the bad assets that you already have and try to deploy in a proper place. Best scenario occurs for the people who are in green, which have little investment already done, and they can definitely design an awesome portfolio with all asset classes at their disposal, and they can generate a very attractive cash flow going forward. So let's look at, does anybody have any question or should I interrupt? Please feel free to ask your question, put it in chat so we can address all your questions down the road. Please raise your finger. So investing beyond 2020, I will try to cover some of the big time goof ups we have experienced in last 6 months. Why our investment habits will change, whether you want to grow or you want to deploy in debt market, or whether you want to generate income for your family, or whether you are planning for a deflationary trend or for a future inflationary trend. I'm sure all of you have heard about Franklin Templeton's debt funds. I call it Franklin fiasco. There was an unstoppable redemption in last 1.5 years of more than 21,000 crores. There are 2 dates that come to my mind. 15 January 2020, where Vodafone papers in excess of 2,000 crores were written down. And then suddenly our regulator SEBI woke up and asked them, you cannot write down somebody's paper where you have a liability. So they suddenly followed the SEBI guideline and then side pocketed. Let me explain what is side pocketing. If there are credit rating agencies which reduce credit rating of a company, and if you hold that property, you can put it aside from your portfolio and try to assess and access the value whenever they mature. It is a good thing for investors, but let us hope for the best. Again, last month, 23rd April, there was another goof up. Franklin in Templeton, India, wound up 6 debt funds which are already listed here. And most surprisingly, more than 30,000 crores of money was stuck up in all 6 funds together. And this is not the end. Actually, investor invested only 27,000 crores which are due. But in order to pay all those people who started withdrawing, Franklin Templeton needed to borrow more than 3,000 crores of rupees. And these are still outstanding. So it's a big goof up of more than 30,000 crores. So be aware of this fact. So every investor who has invested money, they definitely ask their advisors, when should I get my money? And this is officially came from Franklin Templeton. If you invested in their ultra short bond fund, even though their average maturity is from 3 to 6 months, you can only get your money back 39% in 6 months. In order to get all your 100% money back, you will have to spare 5 years. Now there are conditions. If they do not sell in secondary market and they definitely wait till the maturity, then all these timelines are applied. So this is all worst case scenario. Again, if you have invested in low duration fund, average maturity is 1 year and you can only get your 45% of money back. For 100%, again, you need to wait for 5 years. Can you imagine if you are near retirement age and you are supposed to access the cash flow and this happens to you? Because as you grow, you know, all those grown money people try to divert into debt fund. And look at this, what has happened to people's hard-earned money. I think this is unthinkable. But जैसे होता है ना, हर एक मूवी का एक क्लाइमैक्स होता है. So let me explain about the climax in Franklin fiasco. I can show you the real-time data here of those two funds, ultra short duration and low duration fund. What has started happening with these funds on a daily basis starting in 2020. So first one, ultra short duration, has actually been down in excess of 30%. And low duration fund has been down by more than 50% already. And you see all the reds, nobody is investing money in these funds. People are only withdrawing. This is one of the unfortunate part of investment by some of the greedy fund managers, I call it. And with my experience in US investment, let me tell you one more thing also. If this happens in US market, trust me, within a week, there will be PIL filed, public interest litigation, for the benefit of investor in order to compromise the fiduciary duty of the fund manager. Unfortunately, in this case, the parent company is an American company. I think this is the highest contrast you will ever find. So let's move on. So what are the global trends? People will continue to worry about keeping money in the bank. I think this is very unfortunate part because all the global banks have started reducing their interest rates. Reason being, they wanted to make the money supply very cheap in order to boost their respective economies. If you talk to advisors in United States, they've started moving the money even for their own clients into passive investments. So if you study equity trade, exchange traded funds, people have started looking for that preference also. What does ETFs actually do? They are trying to mimic whatever the benchmark they are following, be it Dow Jones, be it S&P 500, be it Nifty 50, be it Nifty Next 50, and just like that. I've already covered the big fiasco in the debt market. I think you have to be extremely careful. If you are looking for a cash flow, for God's sake, do not choose the wrong fund or wrong asset class. It can really bite you big time. So even the fund managers who are active, they are finding difficult time to create alpha. So high returns are going to be very difficult. Hopefully economy will come back, especially from countries like India, and then the rest of the countries will follow. The reason being, we are a consumption driven economy, and we will try to create internally motivated Indian economy to bring better numbers. Another part of market correction. See, a lot of people forget what happened to their portfolio. Let me put things very simply. You are sitting in 2020. Currently, all the large cap stocks, if you see, they are near the valuation of 2016. Mid cap stocks, they are sitting at the value of 2014. And worst case, small caps are far, far behind 9-year-old valuations. Do I need to say more? आपको बताने की तो जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी कि भाई स्मॉल कैप से दूर रहो. अगर मिड कैप बहुत अच्छा है तो बी वेरी सिलेक्टिव. Try to keep your money in large cap only. I think this can be explained only with this picture, in my opinion. So every time, next time when there is a correction, let's say after 5 years, 10 years down the road, this is the first thing you look in your portfolio. What happened to all your large caps? You will definitely get how much time it needs to recover and come back to it. Let me share some of the golden nuggets with you. Primarily, there are only 3 types of investment assets. No matter which country you go to, where you invest, or what do you call it. Some assets only grow, just like a tree. Some only give you fruits. They may be easily approachable. You pluck the fruit and enjoy the fruits. And some which help you with both. They grow also, they also give you fruits. As an example, you can invest in equity market in which used to give excellent returns. In one of those Goldman Sachs slide I showed you, last bull market every year has given 16% of CAGR returns. That is something called some only grow. And there are some equity market, if you invest in some of the FMCG stocks, they will also slowly grow, but it will also give you fruits. They will spare dividends for you. So choose all your assets wisely, because now we are in a deflationary trend, but you never know, if government raises interest rate, you may be fighting against inflation. So how about portfolio creation? There are many important aspects of it, quality being the first. If you are a fundamentalist and you study the annual report of any publicly traded company, you will find out that companies dress up earnings statement. But remember one thing, if you ask your accountant, they'll tell you, you cannot manufacture cash. You can manufacture profit. So choose your assets wisely. Do a study, put your faith, and make a conviction, then only invest. Liquidity. This word is very heavily used around these days because market is seeing lot of suck up of liquidity. Remember 2L rule. Whatever you are interested, if that company has made a leadership in that sector, that is one condition. Second one, they have liquidity. You should not be the last person holding the bag when you are trying to sell the asset. This is one rule, very important, even in this market. सोच लो आपको कुछ बेचना है, मान लो आपको 1000 के भाव में बेचना है, but the market is only giving you 800 rupees. Would you sell? I think answer is no. So if you get your desired rate, that is called liquidity. A lot of people forget this rule. One more thing, investment is a long-term game. Don't expect quick results, whether you invest in Wall Street or Dalal Street or anywhere else. There is no quick money or there is no easy money. I'm sure you may be in orange zone or a red zone, or if you are lucky, you may be in a green zone. I'm talking about the lockdown or the type of investors. So there is always a time and there is always a place to reshuffle your portfolio. What is so important, a lot of people blatantly fail to recognize the importance of cash reserves. One of the high-end restaurants in Delhi, they make 6 crores of revenue per month. The guy did not have any money for salaries of their employees during lockdown. Can you believe it? ऐसा क्यों हुआ? वो जो भी रेवेन्यू आ रहा था वो प्रॉफिट पूरा लंदन में उसका घर था उसको पे ऑफ कर रहा था. He was not building cash reserve. Trust me, whether you are running your business or your family, you are supposed to create cash reserve. This is one of the golden piece of advice I can deliver today. Whether you want to keep it for 6 months, imagine lockdown extends for 3 months. I'm sure there are lesser expenses than we used to live 6 months ago. However, if you run out of cash sitting on your hand, your family will be the first one fighting with you. Forget about your employees. So I think cash reserve is one of the most important parts of it. Another part is you should enjoy your money also. You should differentiate between savings and investment. किस लोग को पूछते हैं इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हो बोलते हैं यस मतलब कहाँ पैसे डालते हो सर एफडी बनाया है. I think FD protects probably if you are lucky to the inflation cost, not even beyond that point. And these days interest rates are going down. So don't expect your FDs to address, the inflation even. Something that grows where you should put your money faithfully, convincingly, and committedly. Another thing, you have access to all asset classes. I have seen people when they share what they hold as an assets and they realize very late that they've invested in wrong assets. Either they invested something that was growing at a smaller rate in early age and they were expecting results like very fast rate growth asset classes. So at any time when you have question, seek the advice. If you do study on your own, that is good. If you need, kind of a second sounding board, ask your friends. If you need further help, go to an advisor who will definitely explain all the asset classes and will tell you where to put your money. I think this is the conclusion of my webinar. I thank you everybody, including my exe for their support. Himanshu Bhai, I really appreciate. Ankit Bhai, putting up the team in order to support in my effort for webinar in every aspect. Thank you so much. And I open the floor for questions, if you may. Himanshu Bhai, please.
Yeah, Mihir Bhai, there is one question from Sujit Bhai.
Okay.
What is your prediction about the market as on date going forward? Indian statically market, it's like Indian stock market.
Yes, let me answer that. Sujit Bhai, thank you for a great question. Because once people see the level of 7521 in Nifty, they're always scared and they ask for the next level. I was just watching somebody's webinar even 2 days ago. And the guy was working on a Fibonacci series. Fibonacci series is very natural in terms of, even the type, your hand and your fingers, all those have some Fibonacci sequence. The guy was saying, comparing last 2001 and 2008 collapses. What he concluded, that market is not going to touch 7521, but it will definitely fall down and try to go closer to the low. My best estimate is between 8,000 and 8,500. But again, whatever happens with the COVID-19 scenarios, and the results of the Q2 2020, you will see even major falls subsequently. Let me also add something. Our system has not detected any further crashes as of yesterday. I can definitely answer that with a better delight if we see that it again. Thank you.
There is one more question from Rushabh Sanghvi.
Yes.
He is asking that how important asset allocation for an investor, and does it reflect basis on the age of group or risk appetite?
Very good question, Rishabh Bhai. I'm just trying to switch places here because I wanted to come enjoy the natural wind. Depending on your age, depending on your ability to take risk, you have different asset classes, right from bonds to government securities to international stocks, Indian stocks, mutual funds. There will be flavor of hybrid funds or even debt mutual funds. Again, you have to be very careful. If your age is near retirement, don't expect growth to help you. I'm just trying to be very honest and down to earth with you. If you are in 20s, 30s, or maybe mid 30s, you can definitely invest a larger portion into equity market to have a peaceful retirement. But if you are 50 plus or 60 plus, you should definitely invest only where cash flow is secured, guaranteed, and predictable. Thank you.
Manojji Rijwani is there, and he has asked that you have mentioned mid cap is a 2014 level and small cap is 2011 level. So what to do with the amount invested in this?
मनोज जी शुक्रिया, आप आए, मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई. मनोज जी is one of my long term clients for last 6 years in Mumbai. सर मैं आपसे कुछ सीख रहा हूँ और आपको सिखा रहा हूँ, मुझे वो पता नहीं है. But let me honestly answer in two ways. If you are holding mid cap mutual funds, I was actually piloting our product with one of the AMCs in India, where their mid cap funds had done miserably for last 5 years. अगर शरीर में कुछ बीमारी है तो बीमारी को जल्दी दूर करनी चाहिए. कैसे? म्यूचुअल फंड में देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड फैक्ट शीट. उनका फैक्ट शीट स्टडी कर लो. You will be able to decide on your own what to do. And I think that is the quickest answer. If you are asking about mid-cap stocks, I think you can definitely select great mid-cap stocks where there is a lesser amount of debt, there is a serviceability of interest if there is any short debt in their books, and there is a predictability of very good sectors. For example, post-COVID, FMCG companies, consumer companies only will do good. People who are in service industry will do better because we are in developing countries, unlike United States. I hope I have answered your question, Manojji.
Our own Yashesh has asked that which are the sectors you should look for the investment.
Let me share with you the negative list so it will come very clear. Entertainment stocks, airline stocks, to an extent agri stocks, aviation, even some of the stocks which are dependent on commodities, because remember commodities run on a 7-year cycle. So please avoid those. Only keep stocks which already have a defined demand cycle. Let me share one particular share of important data here. In 2008, when Lehman Brothers collapsed, supply and demand were equally affected. And global economy is growing at the 5% rate. In 2020, on an average, our economy, global economy was working at 2 to 3%. And demand was already disrupted. And unfortunately, because of COVID, it has also disrupted supply side. I would suggest you to read my article on LinkedIn. I have explained all these facts. Thank you.
We have one interesting question that why can't we bet on good small and mid caps now? They had already corrected after governments changing rules for funds from January 2018. And now after Corona, they are down again. Don't you think in the long term, small and mid caps will do better anyhow?
Answer is yes and no both. Let me explain why. My grandfather used to tell my father, you can only do averaging of a stock if it is a quality stock. Just because market has gone down and this small cap stock is available for 40 rupees does not make it good. I would give you an example, or let me clarify with a disclaimer. Even though I name a stock, I do not recommend, I may not have holding on it. I will start with a pharma stock called Abbott Lab. In this lockdown, it went down to almost 12,700 or 13,000 level. Currently, it is at the level of 18,000. Remember, it is in one of those important sectors called pharma. I would suggest also look for that as a sector rather than a capitalization. Look, market cap, remember another theory, all the bull markets start with large cap first, then comes mid cap, then comes small cap. So when you see the peak of the market, वो कचरा होता है ना, कचरा भी उड़ता है टॉप पे. Don't get misguided just because it's cheaply available and it has been battered, it has made it attractive. We have done a lot of research in this field in order to stay away from trouble. So my advice is stay away because it's attractively priced. It may not come back. Remember, after post-COVID, some industry may permanently shut down. You don't know.
Sir, there is the combination of 2-3 questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Which is it's on the common subjects. What are your views on the real estate sector as well as the pharma sector as well as a banking sector?
Real estate sector, it will be the worst hit. I was in one of the Cheeto seminars. People who are running large projects actually are banking on the government funding. Let me honestly tell you why. India में जो affordable housing है, that is the only sun going to rise for real estate industry. Because people will think twice before locking large sum of money. I'm talking about the official money circulation. So only affordable housing section, if you are focusing on that sector, then those real estate companies will definitely survive. Pharma sector में दिवाली आई है. Honest to God. And you can't be too selective. ये stock लो, वो stock लो. You do your study. Don't try to gamble. Let me explain. कोरोना की रस्सी कौन बनाएगा? Nobody knows. Whether it's a company in India, in US, whether there are companies who have tie up with American company or companies in Israel, absolutely nobody knows. But pharma companies, because they serve to the health sector, are going to flourish. What happened in year 2015? All FIIs sold pharma sector just on the pure base of valuation. I think that thing has come back again. Yes.
Yeah. We have questions from our Nirav Bhai.
Yes, Nirav Bhai, thank you. Thank you so much.
Nirav Bhai is asking that after the Franklin fiasco, where SEBI comes into the picture and try to save, But on that phase, what is your view on FPI, and if any FPI can default?
I think I have a mixed view on that. Let me explain what I mean by that. Foreign portfolio investments are actually masked portfolios in many times. I have to admit it may be a round trip of your money, honest to God, because I like to speak the truth. But let's say if it is not round tripping of money, companies who are in debt market have a different level of erosion in their valuation for credit funds. Honest to God. Remember I showed you that climax where you tell me which AMC of India, and I can actually show you what is happening as far as withdrawal or investment is concerned with that particular debt fund. Debt fund, I think, is a very selective market, and people would be afraid for FPIs to come for debt market. I think that answer is clearly no. Have I answered your question, Nirubhai?
Okay. And so about the AIF, that is what is counter question.
Okay. I think whether you are a category 2 or a category 3 AIF fund, I think it's an evergreen aspect of entering, especially India at this time, with whatever amount of money you have. I think you should put in your AIF. If you are not, you should create another AIF for you.
I'm unmuting Mr. Kushal Sheth, and Kushal has a question. So I'm just unmuting him. Kushal, you can ask your question. He said that what are the different investment instruments where money can be invested in the present situation? And well, I have just entered into the market and am confused where to invest my money. So he's asking for your suggestions.
I'll be very clear. If you want to put money safely, invest in RBI bonds, 7.75%, guaranteed. If RBI fails, India fails. Can't go wrong with that. Second, equity market runs on sentiments and valuation. These are the only factors drive this market. मैं सबको बताता हूं, आपने खाली ट्रेलर ही देखा है, अभी मूवी बाकी है. So hold your horses. You will find opportunity for finding even better prices on your stock. And the third thing I should tell you, make a list of stocks if you are interested in equity market, to which particular stock you want to buy, and then go ahead.
I think you had clarified the concept of everyone. Again, Rishabh has the same line on it, that are you suggesting the structure products with specific stocks? And are you designing such plans looking at current Nifty levels?
I just mentioned about this. This is what we do when we work with clients. I have a list of stocks ready, depending on what portfolio size you want to create, what quantity, what percentage. See, this is exactly what mutual fund managers do, but they miserably fail in executing their fiduciary duties because they always have a pressure of excessive subscription or excessive redemption, and they do not know what to withdraw and rather where to enter again. Maybe they are not using the right tools, honest to God. So yes, you are right. We structure, we define what sectors are going to thrive in future post-COVID. We name the stocks, we name the percentage, depending on say X amount of money people want to put, we help them build their awesome portfolio. I am currently working on this for many of my clients. Thank you. And let me also share, if you, I have my email and phone number also, but if you can share your details, we can definitely get back to you if you have such requirements. Thank you.
Sir, we are taking now the last two questions. One is from the Nigam, and Nigam is asking that what about the market? If we get the profit in shares, like 25%, should we leave or should we hold?
Nigam, thank you for attending and thank you for asking a great question. You have not mentioned which stock, but let me answer in the context. If it belongs to pharma sector, you don't need to sell. But if you are holding a stock in a sector which does not have a better future going forward, lock your profit. Very simple.
So, like maybe the Asian Paints or a Pidilite or something like that is what?
No, if it is Asian Paints or Pidilite, do nothing.
Okay.
Absolutely do nothing.
Okay, so we'll take the today's last questions now. Mr. Ashish is asking that as we all know that last 2 years were of the large caps, but due to Corona, it all wiped out. And whatever they have gained, so how can the market may want to bet on them again?
You mean revisiting what is happening in 2018? Answer is yes, because remember, no matter correction is only 6 months or a year or a 2 year, the first recovery always occurs on large cap stocks. So you should not hold, if you are a beginner or if you have a lot of money or cash on the sidelines, you should definitely start buying large cap stocks only. I am very serious about it, because you will not be miserably disappointed if you park your money in large caps. And I remember I gave you that 2L rule. Is this company leader in its own industry? That is first. Second, does it have enough liquidity? You should be able to sell this stock even in last 5 minutes of your trading hours at your desired price. That's called liquidity. I hope I have answered that question.
I think maybe it's all that is what people are expecting from you. I'm once again very much thankful to you. If you can share again your email and to everyone,
Yes.
It would be great enough for the people to contact you in personal. It's a very informative sessions what you have shared. This is the details for the Mihir Bhai. You can directly contact him on his mobile 98254 30719 or visit mysmartstocks.com.
Thank you so much, every one of you. I hope I was able to add to your knowledge and clarify any doubts you may have. And if you have any need, any question, any second thought, Sharmana mat, just a phone call kar dena. I will answer without charging you any fee for it. Thank you so much again.
Thank you, Mihir Bhai. Thanks a lot for your great knowledge and contribution, sir. So
Okay.
nice of you.
Quick and easy registration process to access the nationwide exhibitions and organizers data right from your computer and smartphone. Log in to www.myexi.com. Registration free for a limited time period.